taxi is taking forever because we called a taxi and it's not here yet. And we don't want to drive the car because it's cheaper to take the ferry and actually rent a car there instead of driving the car on the ferry, because it's like $55 like one trip going back and $55 coming back for the car. And I'm just like, if you rent a car, it's like $60 only for 2 days. So I think we'll just go because the cab is like taking forever. We'll try to walk to the SkyTrain because like the train is close to my house, like 15 minutes. We just wanted to take a cab, so we'll just walk instead. It's annoying. I mean, Uber, please come to Vancouver. We need you. We need you here. Oh, stupid yellow cab. Hey guys, so we actually had to drive because trying to wait for the cab and everything was just so annoying. So we decided to drive the car and we parked it here at the ferry terminal. My sister is going to come and pick it up later. So now we're just walking to buy the tickets. So we did the stupid mistake of going to the Horseshoe Bay terminal. We didn't know that the ferry to Victoria does not leave from there. It actually leaves only from the Tawasen terminal. So we actually had to go from Horseshoe Bay and drive all the way to Tawasen again. And I left my car there. If you leave your car there, then the parking is like $19 per 24 hours. So keep that in mind, it's part of the cost. And then when we got to the Tawasen terminal, they have like, you can buy the ticket by yourself from these machines, or you can go to the kiosk and actually get someone to assist you buying the ticket. The adult ticket was $18 and about 25 cents. And we were getting on the ferry that's leaving at 3 o'clock. You can check on the ferry hours online on, I think, bcferries.com, so you can check the times there. Okay guys, so we made it to the Tawasen terminal and we're now just waiting for the ferry, which is coming at 3 p.m. and yeah, we got McDonald's because we're hungry. We're so hungry, oh my god. But it's almost 3, I think it's like 2:15 right now, so we have like 45 minutes and I get to eat my McDonald's. I ended up driving my car, so I parked my car at the long-term parking and it costs like $19 per day if you want to park long-term parking. So I don't know, maybe you should just take the bus instead of bringing your car there. So yeah, something to think about. And plus we still need to rent a car there in Victoria, so that adds to the cost. Keep that in mind. But I am tired. Let's go. This was my first time actually going to the ferry terminal and I was actually quite impressed. It's so big and it's sort of like the airport kind of thing. By the way, the ferry is also like, if you want to take your car, you can take your car to Victoria and it goes in the ferry, but you have to make sure that you actually book online and buy the ticket ahead of time to make sure that your car has space in the ferry. Usually when it's busy, you usually have to wait for like the next ferry or something like that, because there are a lot of people going in with their cars. But if you don't want to wait in line or miss the ferry, then make sure you buy the ticket ahead of time if you're taking your car. And if it's also like a busy long weekend kind of thing, buy a ticket ahead of time, or come there ahead of time. But we didn't have to wait and the ferry was actually pretty empty. It's so spacious and big inside. Like they have a cafeteria. Like I was so surprised. It is huge inside and the seats are very comfortable. They even have ATM machines in there. I'm just like, wow, yes, this is the life. It's so nice inside and the seats are super comfortable. And because there were not many people, like you could sleep on the couches and everything. They're not couches, but they're seats. Like you get how comfortable they are and the views are amazing. Okay guys, so we arrived already and we are kind of tired because we messed up when we were coming here, so we're tired. We're just going to go get some dinner. We saw a nice Korean barbecue restaurant and I think they have like the same chain in Vancouver of that Korean restaurant, so we're going to go there, have dinner, and then probably just call it a night after taking showers obviously, and then we'll call it a night and just try to do more stuff tomorrow. But yeah, let's go have dinner. I'm hungry. Okay, so this is what the place looks like that we booked on Airbnb. If you want to check it out, I'll leave it linked down below. If you're going to Victoria and you're looking for a place to stay, I'll leave it linked down below. I forgot to tell you guys that we got to the apartment. We took public transportation and we paid $2.50 for each person. And you can take the bus 70 or 72 if you're going to downtown Victoria, which is where we were staying. The 72 is apparently the slower one and the 70 is the express bus. So we took the 72 and it basically gave us a tour all around Victoria. Like we went all around Victoria with that 72 bus, and it was like almost an hour before we got to downtown. But that's because we took the slow bus. So if you want to go quicker, take the 70 bus. But this is the apartment. It's so cute and so lovely. I was so impressed. So we were hungry at this point, and we saw a nice Korean barbecue restaurant. So we decided to go there for dinner. It was so amazing. And the cool thing about this restaurant, they actually do the barbecue for you, which I thought was like, oh my god, this is awesome. In Vancouver, I've never been to a Korean restaurant where they actually do the barbecue for you on the table. So I was impressed. The food was also super good with nice fresh lettuce, and as you can see, I enjoyed it very, very much. And there was so much food that we actually had to take some of it back to the Airbnb place that we were staying, and we had the pancake for breakfast, although it wasn't enough for me. But yeah. So we're done with dinner. I think we're just going to call it a night because we're kind of tired. And so, yeah, we're just going to go and sleep. See you guys tomorrow. But yeah, it's nice, but it's super cold. Oh my god, it's super cold. Good morning, guys. So today is day 2 in Victoria, and we're going to do like some sightseeing today. We kind of had a light breakfast, and I'm still hungry, so we'll probably go have more breakfast because I need food. And then I think we'll go out and rent a car instead of taking the bus, but everything seems to be really close to each other, so I don't know what's better, to just take the bus or rent a car. Maybe we'll go ask how much it is to rent a car for a day. If it's too expensive, then we'll just take a bus. If not, then we'll just take a car instead. But yeah, let's go and see some Victoria sites. Let's go see Victoria. Okay. So the place we're staying at was very close to the Chinatown. They have a very, and I mean very, very small Chinatown. So when we were going for breakfast or trying to find a breakfast place, we passed the Chinatown, and I just show you guys how it looks like. It's small but cute. Stop of the day, we are going to Chinatown in Victoria. I find that they have the Chinatown like everywhere here in Canada. I don't know if you can hear me because it is loud, but this is Chinatown. Let me show you guys. So this is actually the Fast Chinese school in Victoria. That's where the Fast Chinese people who came were going to school, and that's the only school they were allowed to attend. They could not attend like the regular schools and stuff. Like I said, it's a very small downtown, and I find that like most of the businesses are not even really Chinese businesses anymore. They're more like, I don't know, like Canadian businesses. That is so stupid to say that. But we got Starbucks because, I mean, yeah, Starbucks is life, and if I ever go broke, it's because I spend $5 on Starbucks almost every day. So we know where my money goes. This is Fantan Alley. It's apparently the skinniest or the narrowest street in I don't know where. But that's one of the things that we got from the tour bus that we actually took after. And then we walked around all over like downtown Victoria. And we went around to where the first settlers settled, and after walking so much, we decided to just book the tour bus. So we went to the information center, and we were able to buy a ticket there to one of the tours. This is actually the information center place, and it's actually like the place where Victoria pretty much kind of started. So it was pretty cool to just go there and look at everything, and they have done a very nice job of preserving like their buildings and everything. For the tour buses, they have so many different tours, so talk to them and figure out what you like and decide which is the best tour for you. But they're not that expensive. Like after talking to them, like they were around between $40 and like $100 kind of thing, depending on what you're into. But this is us on the tour bus, and in this area, it's like the old town Victoria, the first few buildings that were there. After that, we were so hungry that we decided to go for food, lunch. We went to a Vietnamese restaurant, and it was pretty cool. Hey guys, so we're going sightseeing again. My mom is actually being such a trooper. She never does sightseeing, or like when she does it, she just does like half day kind of thing. So we finished having lunch, we went and took a nap, or like just rested for a while, and now we are going sightseeing again, just walking around since we're leaving tomorrow. It's actually a pretty small town that you can actually do it like in just like a one day type of thing. Like you can come in the morning and leave in the evening if you book the city tours, which are actually pretty awesome. We got to see everything with just the city tour buses, and the town is nice. It's not very populated, which is still nice as well, but it's cute. I like it. and it's old, and I don't know, it's just like it has like a nice charm to it. You just have to check it out, and you'll probably love it just as much as I do as well. They have so many cafes, and it's so nice. And apparently they have the most restaurants or like eating places per capita in North America, which I'm like, cool. But it's a really, really nice, cute place. But let's see more. So the ticket that we bought were good for like 24 hours, which was pretty cool. So we hopped onto the bus again for sightseeing later on in the evening, and I was actually able to take some shots of like the tour here, because in the morning my phone pretty much died and I could not film anything, and I did not take my camera. Like, I've been trying not to take my camera and just take my phone to make it easier for filming. But as you can see, Victoria is very, very beautiful. It's actually popular for like retired people, but there's so many young people, and according to the tour bus driver, they have like a booming tech industry. So if you're into tech and all that stuff, it's a pretty nice, cool place. I didn't check out the nightlife or like the party scene, but they have like some really cool bars, and I actually saw like a lot of like Korean restaurants and stuff. So it's a pretty cool place.
Have a look to your right up ahead here at the mural on the breakwater. This is the largest mural in Canada. It's also known as the Unity Mural. The breakwater makes for a nice scenic walk from the shore to the
Okay, I'm done checking out myself, but as you can see, the lighting was good, the sunsets were amazing. We are in a park here. It's like, I find that Victoria, like, there's so many gardens and everything. Apparently they're very popular for their green thumb, but yeah, everything looks so nice and lush, and it's just small, quaint, and just kind of, I don't know, just like a small town. It just makes you feel really nice, to be honest. Would I move there? I don't know, honestly. I feel like I can stay there for like a little while depending on the nightlife, but I have not checked it out, so I don't know. Maybe I'll go next time and check that out and see. Hey guys, so today is day 3. It's quite loud because we're in the elevator, and we're just going to see a castle that we didn't get to see yesterday, and then we're going to run back and check out, because we're supposed to check out at 11. I hope we'll still be able to. And by the way, the cool thing I noticed, or we noticed about the tour tickets, when you buy the sightseeing ticket, they're good for 24 hours. So if you buy them later on in the day, then you can still use them on the next day, which is super, super cool. So if you missed out on some sites, then you can still go and do it like the next day in the morning before you run out of 24 hours. But let's go see the, actually no, let's go have breakfast first, because we are famished, and then after breakfast then we'll go see the castle, and hopefully I'll be able to show you guys how it looks like. Probably just a little bit of it, because you should come and see it by yourself. It's a pretty cool place, and it has a really, really interesting story on it. So let's go. Oh my god, last day. I think I'll probably come back again, but I don't think I'll be staying for as many days. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty awesome. Let's go have breakfast. Probably just Starbucks, because we need to get running and catch the bus that comes at like 9 or 9:30. So yeah, okay, see you. Hey guys, so we finished getting our coffee, and now we're just going to walk to one of the hop-on stop. Oh, I mean hop-on stop. For the little sightseeing bus, and then it's actually not a little bus, it's a pretty big bus, like a double-decker bus. That's what it's called, Mom, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we're just going to wait for it, and yeah, and hopefully go see the castle. But anyways, I'll show you guys how the castle looks like. I told you guys it has a pretty interesting story, and you have to come and see it if you're in Victoria. I think it's one of like the nice places to visit or to see, and just, I don't know, get a feel of it. But anyways, let's go. We couldn't find a hop-on, hop-off bus tour stop, so we had to go all the way to the beginning, because my mom would not trust my directions, so we had to go to the beginning and get the bus there. So we just got off the tour bus, and we are walking to the castle right now, and it's just around the corner. Let me show you guys. it looked pretty cool. I checked out the pictures on Google, and now it's going to be cool to see it. It is right there. There are so many people coming to the castle. It's one of like the main attractions in Victoria, and by the way, it has a pretty interesting story. So apparently the person who built it was one of the richest, actually he was the richest person in BC at the time. He built the castle because he was like, you know what, I'm going to build a house that shows all my wealth. So he decided to build it, and then he died right after it finished being built. It went to his wife, and then his wife had to fight for it with his sons and everything, left it to his daughter. Anyways, it's a long story, research it. But we bought the tickets, and it was I think $14 for an adult and $5 for a child. You have to buy that before you go into the castle. You cannot go in without paying. But one thing that I found, if you find someone that has that blue rubber band, because they give those rubber bands, they're probably different colors. If you find someone that has it and asks for it, you might be able to get in. But if you get caught, I didn't say anything. If you get caught, I'm not with you, but you can do that. So we just got our tickets and we're just going to go inside. I'm just waiting for my mom to do some stuff and get something from the store, and then we'll go in and see the castle. Okay, so I'll continue where I stopped about the story. Okay, so the wife had to fight for the house and basically their whole estate with the sons. And then when the wife died, she left the estate to the daughters. And then the daughters did not want the castle, so they decided to sell it. And apparently they did this bidding thing where one guy won the bidding, and then the guy could not pay for the castle. So the city took it, and then the city used it as a place for military people to stay, and they also use it as a hospital. It has just served so many things that it's pretty cool. I thought like the whole place was pretty cool, and it has been nicely, like super nicely preserved. And the woodwork, oh my god, they are so amazing and super detailed. Probably a little too much, but you know, like the old stuff, like they always did things like extra showy off, but it's very nice. Like I would totally go see this place if I go to Victoria. I mean, if you're there, why not? Guys, this castle has been used as so many things since it was built, and it's pretty awesome to see the history behind it. So someone built it as a house, and then they sold it, and then the city bought it, and they used it as like a hospital, as a place for veterans to stay. It's pretty amazing. It's so awesome. Just see the history and all the things that the place has gone through, and now it's like a museum. It's cool. Okay, so after seeing the castle, this was pretty much like our last stop because we were going home like on this same day. So after this, we went and we had lunch, and then after lunch, we took a taxi to the ferry terminal. My God, that was the worst mistake ever. Do you know that a taxi from downtown Victoria to the ferry terminal is like $70? $70, guys, like don't play yourself. Just take public transportation. But we were running late, so we actually had to take the the stupid taxi, and it cost us $70. So at the whole time we're like, we should have just driven the car, because it's the same money. We just spent the same money on transportation. Like we could have just taken our car. But you know what? That's life. That is life. Hey guys, so we are heading home now. Everything is over. It's done. End of mini vacation, and that's it. I think I'm just going to sign off on the vlog here and try to upload it as soon as possible, which I don't know when that is going to be. Hopefully tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. See you guys. If you watch this video, don't forget to thumbs it up, and yeah, leave a comment down below. I'll see you guys again on Saturday. Bye.